Stand for pledge. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Scott.
Here.
Mark.
Here.
Dale is here. John is absent and Stephanie is absent. Guys want to look over the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Motion by Mark to approve the agenda as presented. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Scott. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You want to look over the October 21st meeting minutes? I guess the only thing I saw was 4 paragraphs down. Says presented with the additional 23, 46, 33. It's kind of ambiguous what we're talking about at that point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So if you could put some clarification
Absolutely.
on that.
Do you need me to make a motion again?
I wasn't here, so.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll make the motion to approve the minutes as presented and dispense with the reading.
Motion by Mark to approve the minutes as presented and dispense with the reading. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Scott. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now look over the vouchers for this month.
Okay, so in here are the corrections for the IT bills. There is...
Yeah, I didn't quite follow that in the
Okay.
payment sheet.
So I can kind of explain. Maddie did a wonderful job for me, making this as simple as possible. So on, there should be a correction. You should see a $3,650 correction. That one is correcting all of the ones that we had coming out of software that should have been IT server backup, and then there was one for server backup that was coming out of server. So they were just switched around, so then we got those fixed. And then there was one you would see for a $520 out of tech support.
Yep.
And $280 out of computer hardware. We had that out of IT miscellaneous. So now that's been changed.
Okay.
And then there is one that's negative 305. That was tech support. We're going to take 65 of it out of tech support and 240 out of computer hardware. And this is all from the spreadsheet that he sent to us. So we went through it, really well. Same with the 130, that was computer hardware, or IT miscellaneous, and then it should be coming out of computer hardware. And then there is one for 252 and then 365 to equal up to 617. But there is one in here that is a negative 617 to correct that. Now, in his spreadsheet, he does have a few that he says that they are non-IT issues. They should have come out of a non-IT budget line item. So that is where you guys come in to tell us where you would like to take those. There is there is 5850 that was taken, and this won't be on your sheet because these are not inputted yet. There was one for 5850 that came in of IT miscellaneous, and 5850, and that was for a some work that he did on our generator.
You're
When
talking $58.50, right?
Yep, $58.50. So if we get an error code on our
Just courthouse maintenance, I suppose, on that.
general courthouse.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one is general courthouse.
That makes sense to you guys?
Yeah, that's fine, Dan.
Yep.
And then there is one for $30 out of software, and that was for the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office teletype. They replaced a battery for the sheriff's office teletype. I don't know what that means.
I suppose it's general maintenance, I suppose, or...
General
sheriff.
courthouse?
Does the sheriff have a line item for their
Line item for
teletype?
Or office expense?
Or any IT.
All the IT is within is within the general IT budget. We don't have any ITs within our own.
Individually.
Yep.
Okay.
Budgets. Sheriff, let me go here. Teletype and intoxilizer. There is one, yeah. So you'd like it, take it out of there.
I believe so.
Okay.
If there's
General,
room in their budget.
Yeah.
sheriff.
Which page is that on the
Yeah.
budget?
B19.
Oh, in the budget.
So this is,
How much does she have left in that teletype?
let's
Budget.
go and look at that quick.
She should have some to be, actual expenses were $1,100 and we budgeted $3,200,
Yeah, that's good.
so,
Yeah, and we're getting to the end of the year.
yeah. If it goes over, we can always make the adjustment at the end.
Yeah, she's got $2,288 in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's. where
So we'll
I'm
take it out of there. All right. And then there is another one for $250 that we had out of tech support, $250. And that was for a battery backup and a replacement UPS for the sheriff's office. And I'm wondering, don't quote me on this, but I'm wondering if this is when Wes kept unplugging that battery.
Oh, that's right.
And I'm thinking that this is for
Yeah, it kept
that.
beeping all the time. You remember that? You said it was a...
Yep. It kept beeping, so then he unplugged it, and then it was
So it's
something else.
It's something for the ambulance.
The sheriff's, it's some battery backup that he had to get so that he can monitor it.
Yeah.
And so then that's for $250.
Let me read that one again. What it is. And this was in the sheriff's office.
Yeah, I think so. I think that one was the sheriff's office one.
Okay.
It's replacement UPS in sheriff's office.
Out of the equipment budget in the sheriff's office, and then
Equipment. And then there was
Maybe.
another one for $715 for a Smart Connect, and I'm thinking this is for that same thing, is that he's now connecting to it.
Hmm.
I don't know.
yeah, it's kind of hard to know where to put it when we don't know what it.
Yeah. And he's on his way. He's on his
Okay.
way
Oh, well,
to
can we just
attend.
Table this.
Do you want to table the whole thing?
Yeah, why don't we could?
He's going to be a little bit late, so that's
Travis coming?
yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, why don't we table those until
Okay.
we get somebody to explain it to us, so we get it put in the right spot, or
Okay.
we'll just fix it again.
Okay. Do you want me to continue on with the other ones, and then we'll just table that one, or
Yeah, let's just table the
all the bills?
DNA mobility,
Oh, okay. Got it.
and then we'll
Got it.
act on the other bills.
Okay.
So what's Taylor Technology, guys? What's that?
Tyler Technologies. That is for something within the clerk of court's office. Tyler Technologies. Tyler Technologies. Okay. DocuPro.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that like an in and out?
Mm,
There's no, is there a budget for it?
yes, it's coming out of IT software.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're not going to act on if you're not going to act on like the corrections and stuff like that for the IT, then that's how it is right now. But once we act on all of this, all of them should be in the positives.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
I guess I didn't see anything else that, out of the ordinary that.
The only thing I saw was on the very back page of the bills, where there was a water bill,
Water
and
management
they
board,
both come out of the general.
the 602 mark?
Does the-
$602?
Well, they weren't that big. They were just two water bills, but they both came out of the general. And does our water bill for the county shop, does that come out of the general? Does that come out of the road department?
You're talking actual water bill, not.
Or are we paying still on the old courthouse?
Where's the water?
City of Cooperstown,
Where?
it's on page 4, a little below midpoint.
Is it
68 and
okay.
87.
Yeah,
Okay.
there are two little ones.
Okay, let's go and look here. Cooper. This would have been for 6887. There's a 6887 for the
sheriff's department and the rest of the courthouse separate, or is there 2 meters? I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
I'm looking.
I can't see
there it
the
is.
staples right in where,
I know the road department pays for it, and
yeah.
Here,
nothing paid for it.
she's talking about right here.
That's out of the road shop. It comes out of the road shop expense utility.
So there's one for the road, and then there's 2 for general, and
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Those 2 for general.
808 and the 805. So that's the old courthouse and then the new courthouse.
Oh,
So we're paying a water bill on the old courthouse.
It's a minimum charge that they make. Even if you shut your water off, you get this minimum charge.
Okay. Oh,
Yep, I know.
that, yes, because you have access to water, but we're already using water on that site. I'll go talk to Chris someday and see what we can do.
Okay. Yep, it's
Yeah, because
just,
we shouldn't be paying
Yeah,
for
you
a
get
hookup
water
on a
and sewer and
building.
the whole deal for,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. And we're already using the same water line. I assume we hooked up to the same spot for the new one. You know, they just extended it, I would think, or dug down to it.
Because even if we take somebody's property for like the tax sale and stuff like that in the city, if we shut the water off, we automatically get that minimum charge
there's
on
still a
those.
meter charge. yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see what we can do. Otherwise, I didn't see anything else that was out of the ordinary.
We're over budget on scram bracelets. Does that come out of Jamie's budget
I think that's the sheriff's.
for sheriffs?
Which one are you looking at?
Attorney General, we're on page 5.
Electric
there.
monitoring.
so what is that? Is that an alcohol monitoring bracelet?
Mhm.
Okay.
But
It ends up it saves you money because you don't put them in the Gray Bar Hotel, you just monitor them. It's alternative sentencing, I guess, basically.
Okay.
I think is how it works rather than,
Yeah.
so people can keep working and stuff. It's,
Okay.
Attorney General. Not the code. Yep, Amber's.
I just don't see where it comes out of the budget.
Alcohol monitoring. So that would be the. Alcohol monitoring. C28.
Well, it's a special revenue fund.
Yep.
And is that an in and out?
I'm
They
wondering if
pay
that
for-
is.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense then.
Because then they would pay the fines and all that stuff.
Yeah,
on
they
them.
pay
Yeah.
for their own bracelets. Looks like we guessed at 5,000 and we're evidently off for this year. All right.
Okay.
I'm not quite remembering how that works, but I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there anything else?
I don't think so. If somebody wants to do a motioning, why we can continue on.
Just to take out those bills too, the TJ's
Yeah,
bills too.
just take out the DNA mobility till he comes and talks to us. We can,
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
motion by Scott to approve the bills as presented with the exception of DNA mobility, which we will deal with later today when he
So he's
arrives.
tabling them, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll just table that one until later in the meeting.
Yeah.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mark. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none, we'll proceed to vote. Scott?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Dale votes aye. Motion carries. I just want to look over the monthly office reports.
There's two sets of the water boards because they didn't have them to you at the last meeting, so then there's two of them, and I tried to highlight that on the top there. Didn't really come through, but.
Anybody have any questions on the monthly office reports?
Nope.
No, I'll make a motion to approve the monthly office reports.
Motion by Mark to approve the monthly office reports. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Scott. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Wayne, you're on deck.
I'm on deck. I'm here because I received an email yesterday afternoon that Jan Hansen from Stantec engineering firm in Minnesota, it's the new ones that inspect our bridges, said there is a critical finding form enclosed, which I have. Critical finding, this is on bridge number 2011907 over the Cheyenne River.
Where? What one's that?
That's the Decker Bridge.
Oh, great.
Critical finding remains concurrent with no repairs made since previous issued critical finding. Substructure is rated a number 2 with the widespread severe concrete deterioration, cracking, and fractured concrete at stringer bearing areas. Substructure is rated 4 due to bearing rotation restriction causing lower cord eye bars to bow in a buckling manner due to compression forces in designed tension members. Recommendation, close structure until the following urgent repairs are made. Rehabilitate structure with new concrete abutments and wing walls. After substructure rehabilitation, restore bearing positions to allow bearings to freely rotate and lower cord to act in tension. So at this time, we are closing the bridge.
Oh, really?
Yep. Road closed signs and road closed ahead signs up, and then we're gonna weld irons across because it's an overhead truss bridge. But or we couldn't get our welder running, of course, just like a generator, you know?
No.
Sat there for a while. So anyway, they're gonna drill holes through, put some bolts through and bolt some irons across so people don't just move the signs.
Well,
And they're gonna put road close signs on those bars. So, and of course, that's the one bridge that we've been contemplating and anguishing over, whether to replace it or close it, or,
What was it, what was, you had like a minimum,
it was a code 3
so
Bridge
six
before.
ton weight limit.
critical bridge, code 3, and to me, the pictures look pretty much the same as they were. This is last year's, you know, they've got some pretty good cracks in it. But,
you kind of knew it was kind of coming, is that?
well,
or
yeah,
not?
eventually it was, something was gonna happen.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oops.
But we had been monitoring it every year, we had KLJ monitor it every year, and they measured from the pins on each end of the bridge to see if it had moved, and it hadn't moved. And I don't know if it still has.
Does this indicate they think it has moved, or it had moved, or they just,
They didn't say that, the DOT did question them a little bit. Because it says, here's from Brian Fuchs of North Dakota DOT. It says, Jan, the previous CF said to monitor cracks not closed. Have the cracks decreased resulting in the closure recommendation, or is it due to the bearing rotation? You have indicated the substructure is now rated at a number 2 in the second bullet, but the third lists the substructure as a 4. Should the third bullet actually be the superstructure? Then, this person did, I got such a chain of
yeah, back and forth?
here back and forth.
Yeah.
And, remember what he or she finally did say. I also sent a report to Paul Bjornson from KLJ, and he sent it on to Sean Mayfield. Sean was one of the guys that
Checked
measured our
it,
bridge
yeah.
before.
You want to see this, Dale?
Just pictures.
Pictures, yeah.
They didn't think it would be cost effective to replace the abutments versus the whole structure, of course.
Yeah.
So that's the pictures from last year, and here's pictures from this year.
Oh,
And there's the report sent.
oh, boy. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, that's not much of a bridge, is it?
No, it
No.
isn't. It's rated, it's posted at 6 tons,
Mhm.
which is a heavy-duty pickup
Yeah,
with a fuel tank in the back.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. How old is the bridge?
19, let's see what I got here. The bridge, it's a historical bridge, of course.
Yeah, well, what else is new?
And let's see. Built in 1912.
100 years old.
Birthday next year.
Right.
So at this point, then it will be closed. There'd be a lot of unhappy
People.
deer hunters.
Well, if they,
But if they fell through, there'd be a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if they've told us that it's structurally unsound, that's the end of it.
Yes.
You know, it's,
Is there a lot of traffic on that road?
No, it's broke.
It doesn't get to be traffic because everybody knows you can't go there with a truck or a
Truck.
tractor or.
Just a pickup.
Yeah. So then that,
If you want to play the horn,
What corner are we on?
6.
6, that's right, yeah, when it goes from Taffmeyer's across.
Yep,
Yeah,
telemeters.
I know.
I know they use it a lot.
Yeah, they
You
do.
think you can add here?
Anyway, that's what I've got to report.
Okay.
We've had a lot
You can
of
run here, Tom, buddy?
signs stolen.
Well,
Okay.
You're gonna come out and look at some farms.
Yeah, just come over then and leave that one.
Wait,
No,
they're all in the bar in Hannaford?
maybe I gotta go in there.
They are.
But they're all from up by Red Willow Lake.
Oh, okay.
oh, great.
I'm kind of heading towards Talmadge, so I don't know whether I'm gonna say,
Oh, no, it's
you know.
the direction there.
Going north anyway,
Going towards
there's signs missing all the way, and we just noticed, or Gary noticed them when they were mowing the ditches, that there was 2 curve signs missing,
Oh,
and an S curve.
That's not good.
So then they went up to put them up one day, and then here they noticed 2 other signs that disappeared over the weekend.
Oh,
So,
great.
yeah, they were stealing, I was talking to Myron Esslinger, they were stealing the ones with the Indian head logo.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
Because I asked him if I could get one when they replace them. He says, no, they turn them back in because they just recover them.
okay, yep.
And he says down by Oaks, they had new Indian head ones they put up where they'd stole them. He says the next day they were gone too, or the next week, you know.
Should laugh, I guess, but.
He says that wasn't a very good plan.
No, that's why they changed, they took the Indian heads away and put
State
state or whatever it
Yeah.
says.
Hey.
logo or state itself.
Well, that's
They
what
do.
prompted the collecting of them was,
I reported it to Shane,
you know,
Sheriff's Department, and he was gonna go up there and look, but of course, you know, he'll never be there when
no, that's,
he's gonna be there, so.
No. How much is the signs to replace, Wayne?
A lot of them are probably $35 they were, I think they've increased in price now. Takes a long time to get them.
it's probably costs more for the labor
The
component.
labor and time takes.
Put them up again, yeah, for you guys, yeah. Hmm.
No, it's a pretty hard one to catch. You just,
Hard one to catch. No, I saw where, I was at one of those conferences in Ramsey County, wrote on the back of it with magic marker, "This sign contains a chip. If anyone takes this, we will track you down."
That's funny.
maybe just put grade 8 bolts on there and weld them.
Yeah, that would work too.
3/4 inch grade 8s.
Yeah, that would do it.
Well, I said we should take and weld the nut, but
Yeah, that would do it.
welder don't work. No.
No, but small bolts,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
want,
we
you just
put,
break it.
They pulled the sign right off. They broke the sign off.
You mean actually the
post.
The post itself? Oh, great.
Yep, then they took one out of a wooden post. They screwed the leg bolt out of the wooden post.
Oh, no, they were on
They're
a mission.
determined.
They were on a mission.
Yeah, no, they wanted it.
Holy moly.
In somebody's garage or man cave, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I think it's happened all around. Steele County, they lost a lot of signs too. Once in a while, they find some, they make a different arrest for something else, and then,
No.
but I've gone to conferences, different meetings and stuff too, where somebody stole a stop sign. So then somebody comes flying through at night
Of course.
and didn't stop, and
Yep.
somebody was going the other way, and
Smuck.
they got killed,
Oofed. Yeah,
you know, so,
liability for us.
yeah. Anyway, we got one maintainer with the wing on, and get the rest on before next Thursday, because they're talking snow, the guys say.
Don't want to hear it.
We don't
Heavy
want
snow.
to hear that name yet.
Well, last year we put them on and it didn't come, so.
True. It's beautiful through the day.
We're still blading, trying to blade, get some stuff back in shape, but. Anyway, thank you guys, have a
All right,
good
Okay,
thanks, Wayne.
thanks, Wayne.
rest of the day.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend.
Game of chance permit.
So Jesse Wildlife would like a games of chance permit, but this one is a little bit different. Last year, they asked for or applied for a games of chance permit, and they got a permit number, got their tickets, didn't use them. So they would like to have the same permit number so that they can still use their tickets.
Use the same tickets.
Yep. You know, I did have them call the Attorney General's office about this, and this is a local issue, so it is up to you guys.
Okay,
I guess if they didn't use them,
it should be an issue.
yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't see them. Did anybody talk to Jamie about it? And stuff?
I guess we didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
He
have.
would have called out to the state.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I did. I didn't ask him about that. Actually, I should have.
I guess
Hey, Travis.
I don't see saves them the printing costs
Print costs,
again.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
So,
Mark, what do you think? Mark,
Yep.
you catch that last
You know,
part?
the only thing of it is that we might be setting some sort of precedent for other ones, but you know, it's a savings for the charities that are doing this, and I don't think it'll be a problem.
Well, did they cancel because they didn't?
it was because of
COVID
COVID and
last
stuff.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think the chance of running into an issue is pretty slim.
Okay,
I don't know. It's
sounds like a fair
all it
deal
is
to
is we're
me.
reusing a permit number,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
and they're all sold locally. I suppose they're dated. That's the only thing.
Yeah, from last year, but.
That'll be
No,
up to
just
them.
the tickets are just with the permit number,
Okay.
and then the application that I have has different. But they paid their application fee, so everything is, you know, that we're not reusing their application. We're having them redo the entire application
Right.
fee. But yeah,
Okay.
Okay. We need a motion then?
yes, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the Lake Jesse Wildlife Club permit for general game, for general, what is it, general raffle? Is that right?
Gives a chance local.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Motion by Scott to approve the raffle permit for Lake Jesse Wildlife Club. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mark. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Travis?
Hello, sorry for my tardiness.
Oh, that's just
It's okay.
fine.
No problem.
Everybody's kind of tardy here today.
Got a box that sticks about, I don't know, 5 feet above my pickup cab, so I drive a little bit slower. So.
Anyway, there was some questions
Do you want
on,
to keep going through those bills?
on billings we had last month. And I think Sam got us sorted out, but
Okay.
there was,
With the UPS battery backup, was that when Wes was unplugging the thing and then you had to monitor it?
I
Is that
think
Smart
one-
Connect?
One of them was that, and then I think we've had 2 or 3 units that went out here in the building
Okay.
this year.
Okay.
The one that's a little, I have to look at which invoice it is.
Do you wanna
We-
look? This is the one that I'm talking about right now. Is this 250 and then this 715 one.
trying to kind of figure out whose budget they need
Yeah.
to
Okay.
go to.
Okay, so this one. The 250, that was replacing one of the units in the sheriff's office itself. That wasn't the EOC room.
Okay, okay.
And then it was the labor to replace both the EOC room and the sheriff's room.
Okay.
So that's what that 130 is. That labor does replacing the EOC and the NCIC one.
Okay.
And then we already paid for the hardware for the EOC room, but we didn't for the NCIC one, and that's what this 120 is for, the actual physical UPS that's in the NCIC room, which is the computer the sheriff uses for, I think, running background checks and something with the FBI I know was involved with it. So
Okay.
but-
And then that next one,
next one is 715. Yep, so this was the one that we put into the EOC room.
to
then.
monitor it.
Yep, because this one has the ability to, this one now reports back to our office its status as far as what was going on. Because we had issues where it was being unplugged and turned off, and then the e-dispatcher, it's the backup unit for the city of Cooperstown, is operated, is housed here. So when they actually get an emergency call,
Yeah, that's right.
if the unit that's in the Cooperstown ambulance bay building is non-functional, ours is supposed to take that and then do the call out. So we want to make sure that's on at all times. That's, between the two of them, we want to have 100% uptime between those two.
Yeah.
So that's what that unit powers, that system.
So you're clear whose budget each one of them goes to now? Because I wasn't listening close enough to tell it to repeat it to you.
Do you want these to come out of the sheriff's budget, or do you want this to come out of general courthouse?
I guess I'm not sure what we were doing beforehand for like some equipment. See, that's where I'm a little foggy too, as far as, in the past, we've had where the IT budget pays for computers, but then if they wanted to monitor, the office would pay for it themselves.
Yeah.
I believe UPSs, I think, should come out of the IT, in
Out of
my
the
opinion.
general, yeah.
Because that is kind of a critical system. If we didn't have them on there, we run the risk of damaging a computer. And in the long run, they pay for themselves by the brownouts, the power outages. Even when the generator starts, you're still got that drop where the computer will shut off, and you run the risk of losing data. Or
Do you think that should come out of IT, like computer or something?
computer hardware probably.
Computer hardware?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I did listen to the meeting from last week. I think what I should have done on that non-IT budget line item, I should probably made another one that says I'm aware what it needs to come out of, because it's just some things I didn't know what we should do with that.
Yeah, yeah.
But there are some like non-IT, because I went through every single invoice from us, from DNA, and some of them are like, I think an office ordered some toner, so that was out of their office. Some offices, I can't remember some other items that were for the courtroom. There was some equipment that the courtroom grant paid for, I
So
believe.
it's a computer hardware.
So-
Okay, so then that 715 doesn't need to switch, and then that 250 would hardware.
Yeah, because I think I had those in the unknown category.
Yep, and so that's the ones that we're kind of going through, because I'm not really sure. It kind of gets a little muddy between, like, you did the budget and then we're doing up your invoices, so then we kind of get screwy. So this works. Okay, so then that one's done. Okay, so then the next one would be for a 589.60, and that one was for a 1-year renewal license fee for a Trend Michael worry-free
Oh, that should be out of the software. That's our antivirus software annual renewal.
software. Okay, okay. So then that one doesn't need to switch, and then there's a software come out of, okay, got it. And then there is a 266.51 for the auditor's laptop issue. And that was when my laptop wouldn't connect to the internet, right?
Okay. Yeah, and I think I had a couple labor ones. I know we did something, I'm trying to remember for sure, on like the extensions office. I thought we talked, I don't recall for sure, but I thought because of the extension office getting partially paid for by the state or from NDSU, that they wanted to track all the expenses from their office so that we could get a reimbursement. But I don't know for sure if that's the case. I guess that's why I put that one
I
in
think
that.
we pay all their,
IT out of there.
IT, and then I know we did that for social services when they were under this one to kind of trying to balance or make sure we get recoup whatever actual true expenses were done for that department then. So And those since I didn't know how that was happening, I just put them in the non-IT budget. Like I said, those should have been in the, I don't know, column.
Right.
So, I guess I just didn't know how that was done in the past, or how that should be done, I guess, too, so.
Copiers, supplies and repairs. I don't have anything for IT. I don't see anything that would go for the IT except for that equipment or whatever. If they were buying like maybe the laptops or something like that, had to be out of here.
I wonder if it comes out of the general IT.
IT, I think, yeah.
Because
Okay, so
we pay half the salary, isn't that right?
half the salary, yep.
And then the support. We paid all the support costs. Is
And
that
yep,
correct?
yep, all the bit,
Okay.
yeah.
So I think like NDSU provides the laptops,
Oh,
but I think, because I know I think it was this year, we set up 2 new laptops for them that NDSU shipped to us
Okay.
for that.
so this auditor's laptop for $266.50.
Was that the just labor one? Yeah, was that the remote issue that we were having?
I think that was when I couldn't
Okay.
connect to the internet or whatever.
So each invoice will have like a ticket number assigned to
Yeah.
it, and there should be an attachment with a detailed report of what was done in that ticket, I guess, as a PDF.
Okay,
So I'm
you
not sure
should
if-
train me how to do that because I think there's 2 that we don't know.
Yeah, so maybe you probably want to print that with the invoices, that way it's probably a little easier for everyone to see what was actually done. So yeah, so like the invoice is not very detailed as far as actually what it is, other than it's might just say, labor or like auditor's office or
Sure.
something, but it'll have a ticket number, and then the invoice itself has a PDF attached that has the
What you-
detailed
what you
report.
give to
Yeah,
them.
so it's our ticketing system notes that we put in there, so.
Okay.
So it'll have like the dates and times and what I type in there, whatever the technician types in then, so.
Okay,
And that should be attached as, like I said, a PDF in that email then.
okay.
But it is separate from the invoice itself, I guess.
Okay, yeah, because when we click on it or whatever, we like view the invoice and then it's
Yes,
just
and that
this,
would
and then
be
we're
just
like,
the
ticket
invoice.
number, shoot, I don't know what that is.
But
Okay.
yeah, I can show you that in your email, because I think we emailed that to the auditors group.
Both
email
of us,
address.
yep,
Okay.
yep.
Good.
So I think this one was when my laptop wouldn't connect.
I believe so. We did remote it in and helped resolve some issues on, you were working from home, I believe.
That
at
was
the
a
time.
different
Oh,
one.
okay.
I think this one was from a little
Oh,
while.
prior one. Oh, okay. So before that, I think we're having issues with your laptop. What was going on with that? It was losing Wi-Fi connection, if I
Yep,
remember
and then you had to like
correctly.
redo the
And
whole,
we had, it was acting goofy, so we just did reinstall the operating system, if I recall correctly.
Poltergeist.
Yep. Sometimes just wipe it and start over. It's
Yeah.
easier. So, there's not like there's a lot of programs on it, so just getting it back on the network and easier to spend 5 hours trying to diagnose a problem than I can spend a few hours just wiping it. So.
Yeah.
so I had that out of tech support.
Okay.
Would you like to keep that out of tech support?
Well, it's your guys' decision.
Yeah.
These are just
Leave it out of tech support.
recommendations.
Okay.
I just didn't know. Like I said, I should have probably put another column that I was unaware of.
You're
I
fine.
guess. So.
That one's software.
And we paid all these invoices last.
Those ones that I needed to be paid, yes,
Yeah.
you paid all of those, and so then that's this one. So then we got it coming out of we took it all out of tech support just so that we could get it paid, and then we went back and
Coded-
fixed it
coded
now.
back.
Yep. So we do have that one. There is a 9353. $93.53, that was Adobe Pro license for Jennifer's computer.
And I know what we've done in the past is for specific software, I think some departments have paid though, because we used to get Adobe for social services and state's attorney. We would get one bill from Dell, and then I believe when I would email that to you guys, I would say this, you know, these 5 are for this office and this one's for state's attorney.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they were paying it or if we should have it all on our software. If we do it all on our software, I mean, it's just a matter of make sure we're aware of it during budget season that.
Right.
Because right now it's $100. It's not like it's a lot of, you know, but if other offices need Adobe as well, we'll have to make sure we adjust that budget line item accordingly for that.
When some department gets Adobe, it's licensed for so many users or?
It's one user.
Oh, one.
So it's
Okay.
their, so what's going on, the state actually has a contract with Adobe now. So if you have a state ID with them, so at nd.gov, you can get Adobe license. But the Adobe license and the state ID together cost more than the Adobe license. So if you don't have a state ID, like what Jennifer doesn't have, she doesn't have an nd.gov ID number. So it's cheaper for her to just buy from us through our license.
Okay.
So where Social Services was buying it from us, but since they do have an nd.gov account for other applications that they're required to, it's cheaper for them to get it through the state then. So we went with whatever is cheapest to obtain the software. For Jennifer to do it, she would have to pay an additional license to the state that at this time she does not need that, but if in the future she does for some other application, then we can just transfer that license to the state and start paying them for that license, so it'll be cheaper than us, so.
Would you like that to come out of Jamie's budget or the IT software?
I think probably the IT software.
IT software.
I don't think he has a line item for. I got my budget so, pages so flipped around here, I can't find anything in it anymore at the moment.
Then there was one for $65, and that was for my VPN.
Okay, that was the labor
Yep.
for the, okay.
Yep. So then that was when my little girl got COVID and I was working from home. I couldn't get my VPN to work, so Travis remoted in. Do you want that out of tech support?
So I suppose it's-
Yes. that
Yes, tech support.
Sounds appropriate.
So,
And then $79.50, that was for the extension work. So then,
Yeah, I think we have battery replacements, I think, or something. I don't, yeah, whatever the ticket is.
I have a ticket number.
So
I
we-
just
yeah,
have
we can-
extension because you put that on the side, so.
Yeah. So in that email, I'll have the detail of that, and I can't remember what, I think it was a battery replacement for their UPSs, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
But yeah, that was just one of those things, I didn't know if we were tracking extension office as a separate line item. for-
I don't think we are.
I think
if you're
just
not-
that equipment and what, I don't think any support, but possibly like equipment might be different. County agent, okay, they have, copier supplies, miscellaneous, office supplies, equipment, maybe not. I guess you were kind of saying that these are kind of, like the battery backups would be more
Well-
for the IT.
Yeah, so that if there's a ticket number, that means it's labor-based. Otherwise, the invoice will show the actual hardware SKU number and price for that. So I'm trying to remember if I replaced it.
Sorry, I lost him.
Oh. I don't recall for sure what that ticket was, I guess. But-
Lost ya.
Sorry, my fault. Okay,
Yeah, I don't recall what that ticket for that labor was for the extension office.
let me go
exactly.
back to that one. So we're just gonna.
No, he had an issue with his laptop not connecting to the docking station, I believe. That's what that ticket was. So we had to do a firmware update on the docking station, if I recall. So that
Okay.
was just a labor to
Tech support?
tech support, yeah.
okay.
And then a $65 one for the courtroom. Do you remember what that one was?
There's the invoice number or?
A ticket number 29968.
Oh, I think that was for replacing the touchscreen had a factory defect, so they did a warranty exchange.
Okay.
And I worked with the installer, so they didn't have to send a truck out to replace that then.
Okay.
For that, if I recall correctly. So I'm not sure how that.
Do you want to do that at
The
a
courtroom's
general
really
courthouse?
Kind of an odd one, I guess. I'm not sure what's the best way to.
What was that one again now?
$65 for the courtroom. He helped the installer. There
Oh,
was
yeah.
with the
It
touchscreen.
was
Would
a
you
warranty,
say
yeah, it was just a warranty claim replacement. So
kind of be the same as the generator?
Yeah,
General.
it comes, they don't have a separate IT budget for the clerk
No.
court, yeah, general,
General courthouse.
yeah.
General courthouse. Perfect. And then there were. Two that were inputted, and these ones have a ticket number, but I don't know what that ticket number means. So that's where I would maybe have your help.
can I go I'll grab my laptop. I can log in and look at those ticket numbers then probably.
Can you log
I'll
in?
do it from
Oh,
mine. It's
okay,
easy
yep,
access
yep.
From that one, so.
Because then those are,
Get those figured out.
we were just wondering if there was like, if it had a ticket number, if we all took those out of general courthouse, or all took those out of something, whatever, so. Cool. Perfect. So do you guys want to see any of the corrections for the other ones that you guys went through? It's just in and outs, and we went through the spreadsheet that he had, and it all looked really good, so we,
When it's all said and done, there'll be no line items that are
all of them should be in the positive.
positive. Okay.
Yep, yep. Yep. And then I think John had some other questions for Travis, but I don't, he's not here.
Yeah.
And if we got the bills done, and
Yeah, I think he was about his interest for late payments
Late
was,
payments.
thought was excessive for,
1.5% late fee
per, does it say per day or?
day, yep.
Yeah, that, I'd almost wondered if that was a typo, but.
Is that on the unpaid portion, I assume?
No, we paid them last,
Yep.
so
Yep.
we don't have anything that's late.
No. But if we ever want to get them excited, pay the whole bill except for 10 cents.
Yeah,
So if you have a penny late fee then?
Yeah, they can figure out 1.2% on 10% on 10 cents per day.
Oh yeah, I need to talk about that. I listened to the meeting too, the 1.5% daily interest or late fee. I don't know where that came from.
It's on the bottom. It says payment not received by due date, subject to daily 1.5%
Oh,
late fee.
that shouldn't be, it's 1.5 per month. It's, so I'll look at the accounting department and let them know that. The system itself calculates that. I think whoever typed it up when in the system, because like, I didn't know where that came from, so I will, yeah, it's not daily, that's ridiculous.
yeah, I think,
I was like, oh shoot.
yeah.
You guys go 14 days without no meeting. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh god.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that, that's not appropriate. So,
We
yeah.
got the right
okay.
one, or do we have to? Brock,
Yeah.
you have the right one, or do we? have to
Sorry,
go
it's
get-
ticket number 30024
Yeah. Okay.
and
okay.
30038.
She's got the box, you know. Oh, you did. Okay.
I keep thinking he's talking to us.
No, he's not.
That one time you were like, oh, does that sound good or whatever? Or is there traffic on that road? No. And I was like, holy.
Are you driving combine or you're driving truck, Mark?
He's just eating lunch.
Okay.
what are the amounts for those two?
Huh?
What are the?
162.50 and 32.50.
So you need a motion to approve the amended IT budget or IT vouchers?
He's looking at two
Last
other
two.
ones.
There's two
Just
left.
just a minute.
Okay.
62.50 and 32.50.
How's it coming, guys? There you go.
Is he talking to us?
I don't think so. Who are you talking to, Mark?
No. I'm trying to cover my phone.
Not doing a very good job.
30024, that is labor for us to help you go through the bills, I think.
2-4.
Yeah, the 241 was my time going through
Okay.
all these. And the 338 is treasurer's printer, it shows.
Sure.
We had yeah, her printer wasn't working. It's job stuck in a queue, so it was labor IT work to clear the queue and resolve the print schooler locking up.
We got everything now.
I don't know which accounts to take those out of.
Wow.
Helping me with the bills. General courthouse.
I don't know where that one should come on.
Deputy auditor. Just kidding.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
That's kind of what
They brought it right.
You got extra labor in your account?
No.
No.
Sheriff's department probably does.
Jen,
Yeah.
probably out of just the general IT. I don't know where it should come out of.
Tech support.
Yeah.
Tech support.
How much was it, Sam?
162.50.
Okay.
Tech support. And 32.50 for the treasurer's printer.
That's come out of general IT, I imagine.
Tech support.
No.
Is that equipment or is that?
No, that's just labor.
Support.
So anything that has a ticket number, as such, would be a labor-based
Okay.
job. If we actually have any hardware, it'll be on. It might be included with that invoice, but it'll show what it is. So if
Okay.
it's a toner or
UPS.
UPS,
Got it.
it'll actually show what it is and then the line item price per it.
Perfect.
So we can be able to sort it out. And I also try to put in, like, if it's actual hardware, like what department it came for, it goes for then on the invoice. But yeah, as far as the ticket stuff, yeah, if you weren't seeing that PDF, I can see where that gets really confusing.
Yeah.
So I can make sure that I'll show you on that email where to look at that and
Perfect.
print off then. Because yeah, the ticket will say like Griggs County, then it'll say the title of which department it comes from. And then, like, if one of the actual employees sent the ticket in, it'll show who created it, whether it was by email or if I created it.
Okay.
So it'll have our correspondence back and forth then as well too. So,
Perfect. Thank you.
and that should have been all those last invoices. Anything that says ticket number should have been for the last, was it about year and a half we've been doing that, I think maybe.
Yeah.
So it should have been by then.
Yeah, I can't remember if we started mid-year last year with the tickets.
Yeah, because we were using a different ticket system where we would do like a batch monthly processing. With the new ticket system is once we complete a ticket, an invoice is generated for it and sent off to you guys.
Because that one that we would flip through, it was being like a ticket number, and then it was like the attachments
Yeah.
onto it. That's where I would find like, oh, this was for this
Yeah.
social services. This was for.
Yeah, we're
you
having
know.
trouble sorting it out before.
No, that one that worked.
Yeah.
You know, now we didn't know about that other when
Yeah,
we
if
were
you didn't see
clicking on the
attachments,
invoice.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
I can definitely see why that was confusing. That what it is and where it should come out of.
So how much of an unpaid invoice is there from this?
It's just gonna be the, those two, 162.50 and a 32.50.
Okay. So we just do we need a motion and approve that then?
Just to
Yes.
approve those two, yep, yep.
Yeah.
Or all of them, but then
Yeah.
the check is going to be for that amount.
Well,
All the rest of them
The rest
are,
have been paid, they're just.
they're just gonna be corrections
Code-
on my end,
They're
yep.
just coded, yeah, so.
Yep, yep.
We just need a motion for the money spent.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
Motion by Scott, to pay the invoices to DNA Mobility for $162.50 and $32.50. Is there a second?
No second.
Seconded by Mark. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none, we'll proceed to vote. Scott?
Aye.
Mark? Dale votes aye. Motion carries.
I skipped lunch,
Yeah.
sorry.
I guess there's anything else, Samantha, you would like as far as making assisting when we're doing invoicing on stuff?
Is there any way that you could like put something on there where, you know, if you know that it was budgeted for out of this?
Oh, which one it is?
Yeah.
I don't think we have coded in that, because it's just the labor one.
Yeah,
But the ticketing, like the ticket itself will have the detailed information.
okay. So then it's just up to us to kind of, that's where we're like, well, we're doing a guessing game, but I'm thinking.
Well, I mean, you can always just call us too. I mean, I can assist you guys in determining that, but I believe it's always been the auditor's office is the final say on which budget line item, because I'm not actually an employee of,
Yeah, yeah.
of the county, so can't invoice you guys and then also approve the bill. That's kind of, that doesn't mess.
Truly.
But
Yeah.
But yeah, anything, usually what we do is like when we request for the budget, how much is left, and hardware is, if we have any hardware as far as, that's malfunctioning, to try to make sure that there is, availability in that line item before we actually purchase it, so.
Sure.
But. And yeah, and I'll get that 1.5 daily thing, I'll send that over to the county department, I'm not sure if that was just there from QuickBooks, or if it was something that someone put daily instead of monthly, so, but it's 1.5 a month, per month, I believe, so. Because I think that's the limit we can actually charge, I think I'm not sure if you're allowed to do any more than that without, but.
I don't know. It's a usury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we even have a grace period built into those too, where it won't even charge a late fee even though it's been a month past due until, I think, 15 days, I have to look at it, I don't do accounting anymore. We have a lady for that now, so.
Very good. Well, I think we got everything sorted out.
Yep, I think we're good there.
Questions, so
Good deal.
thank you, Travis.
Thanks, Travis.
No problem, you guys have a good day.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah.
Tax Director,
I just keep it on there.
okay.
Okay.
Old courthouse, new courthouse. I don't have anything.
No.
Did Jamie ever write that letter stating that since we've completed the tasks, we're going to start the process of,
I don't know.
I doubt it.
we'll have to ask him.
Yeah, we'll check on that next time we got him here.
Okay.
Any future business?
Future business, you guys will, we are redistricting, I can't say that word, redistricting. And so Jamie will be here at the next meeting to discuss that with you guys. We have been taking some webinars on it and just wanted to give you guys a heads up that will be coming, so.
We have a tax sale that should have been on our, oh, you do have it here, November 16th.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yep, I do.
Good deal. So we have a tax sale at
Yep, tax sale on Tuesday.
10:30 on
at-
Tuesday
Yep.
next week.
Is that here then, this plate right here?
Yep.
Or not this week, it's 2 weeks out.
Okay.
Where's that property?
There's two of them. There is one in the city of Binford and there is one in Pilot Mound.
Okay.
So what happens then, guys? I've been in one of these. What-
We just auction off the property.
Okay.
And if, if somebody comes and, it's kind of like an auction,
Is it the other? Is it basically that they paid the back taxes on, or
it's so you guys, approved the minimum bid at last meeting, I think.
No.
And was it last meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then that's 3 years plus 1 more year owing of taxes.
4 years?
The 3 plus the you pay in advance,
Pay
basically.
in advance.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, because they're not on the tax rolls and stuff. So that's what the minimum bid is. So you'll start at that and then go up from there. If there's nobody here, well, then it just stays in the county's name.
Name
And then somebody can come in throughout the year and purchase it.
for that price.
Yeah, yeah. And then if there's one to the city, you guys usually sell it to the city for $1, and then they can do what they need to do to get it back.
Their properties generally don't sell because they have specials and water and sewer against them, and
That makes sense.
they have to waive those in order to get them back on the tax rolls,
Tax rolls.
generally.
Okay. All right.
That's kind of what it looks like.
So that's kind of that.
And then I think, don't the original property owner has a year to reclaim it, even if someone buys it? I think there's some not.
I know John has said that or whatever, and I've never found that, and
Yeah.
so I'm not really entirely sure.
Yeah, I've never looked into it. That's,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I think that would be a Jamie question on that one.
we got, anything else for the good of the order?
Nope.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Dang, you beat me to it.
Motion by Mark to adjourn, is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Scott. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
All right.
Meeting is adjourned at 3:47 PM. Next meeting is Tuesday, November 16th at 10:30, and a regular meeting at Thursday, November 18th at 2:30 PM in this room.